Hi, welcome to Creating the Goods. I'm Wendy, and in this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how you can make these cute faux leather feather earrings using your Cricut cutting machine. So without any further ado, why don't we get started? We need to first gather our materials for this project. You will need 2 fish hook earring wires, 2 4mm jump rings, 14 6mm jump rings. You'll need some chain. What I usually do is I buy it in bulk, and today we are using the antique brass color. You'll need to cut that accordingly to 4 at 1 inch and 2 at 1.5 inch. You'll need 10 beads. I bought wood beads, 4 in dark brown, 4 in medium brown, and 2 in a light beige. You will also need some tools. You'll need some scissors, some wire cutters to cut your chain. You'll need some pliers. That's to open and close your jump rings. You will need a push pin to put a hole in your earring. You could use a hole puncher, a nail, whatever you have on hand. I happen to be using a push pin today. You will also need to have some faux leather, and I bought the beige in like a pebbled finish. You will also need to have your cutting machine of your choice. I'm using the Cricut Maker today. So let's get started, and I'll meet you in design space. Okay, we're in design space. What we need to do is go right over here to Images, come up here to the search bar, type in teardrop, and this is the image that I picked. So we'll insert it. I like to make the same color of the project that I am working on. So I'm going to change this to a beige as well. All right, we need to size it. Come over here on lock. And the size is going to be 1.5 by 2.5. I'm going to lock that. Come over here and I will duplicate it. So now that I have 2, that was easy peasy. Come over here and hit make it. And there you are, I have it on my mat. What I like to do is a lot of times, just so that I could save materials, I will change the direction. And what I'm going to do is for this, I'm going to turn it this way. I mean, these earrings are not very big, but however, every little bit helps, and this will be perfect. Okay, I already loaded my mat. Okay, I will hit continue. I need to select my material. We are going to use the faux leather right here. It's asking me to make sure that I have my point blade in the bead clamp area, which I do. And now I need just to load my mat. So I will do that now. And then I will hit the Cricut guide to start my cutting. Okay, so now all I need to do is take off the leather and watch this. Look how nicely the machine just cuts it out beautifully. Do not throw this stuff away. Put this somewhere and you could always make yourself another pair of earrings or something else. You know, don't ever throw your little scraps away. Okay, so here we are. We have the 2 leather earrings. Now that we cut out our leather earrings, I'm going to put them over to the side and we'll work on them later. Let's get started building our earrings. What you're going to do is you're going to start with adding your beads to your jump rings. You're going to take your 6mm jump ring. Open it up. Might have to open it up a little bit wider than you normally do because you need to be able to fit the bead over the jump ring. Also, when you are buying your beads, make sure that you buy ones with the holes that are big enough to go over the jump ring, as well as the chain that you purchase. Make sure that the links are big enough for the jump ring to go over them or through them. All right, let's pick up another one. Open that up. Side. For video purposes, I already went ahead and added the jump rings to the rest of the beads. Okay, what we're going to do is with the 1-inch chain, we are going to add our dark brown ones or the color of your choice to the very end link on the chain. You're going to take your other pliers, twist back and forth until they kiss. Show you that again. Take your dark brown, put it on the last link of the chain, wiggle it back and forth until they meet. All right, now you have your 1.5-inch chain here, and you're going to need to put 3 beads on your chain. Now, when I started doing this and I measured out my 1.5 inch, I wanted to make sure that my beads fit evenly on the chain. And I'll show you in our earring. There we are. All right. So what I needed to do was count my links, divide by 3, and I figured it would come out evenly. Well, it didn't. I have 20 links, and 3 does not go into 20 evenly. That would be nice if I could put 7 on, down each link. Every 7, I could add a bead to it. So what I did was, in my case, now in your case, what you could do is you could always, when you're measuring, make sure that your chain is evenly. You could divide it by 3. All right. In my case, I wasn't able to do that. So what I did was I just added my dark medium brown bead to the end of my chain. Close it up. Oops. Oh, there we go. All right. What I did was, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just came up 7 and 6 down. So I usually use my earring wire to count and lift up my links. It just makes it a lot easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Pick it up. That way I know where my link is. Going to use the beige bead. Put it on. Close it up. I'm going to count 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll put the medium, my last bead, I should say, too. All right. Close that up. Okay. That looks nice. All right. Now what we need to do is we need to start adding it to the rest of our jump rings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 4mm Open that up, and I'm going to put my ear wire on that one. Close it up, put it to the side. Take my another 6mm jump ring. And I'm going to start adding my chains to it. Dark one. Yeah, the 1.5 one. Inch. And the other inch. And close that up. What we're going to do now is the fun part. We are going to make our feather earrings. And what I usually do is I like to take the leather, fold it in half, get a nice crease. Might take your fingernail and just come down on it a few times. You also turn it this way, come back until you get a really nice crease. Okay, so now we're going to cut some of our feathers into it. I start at the bottom and I just slice up to the line and I just keep going. Just keep slicing up to the line. You can make the little lines as thick or as thin as you like. I usually just keep cutting. I'm showing you. I'll come back afterwards, but just to get it started. And I stop about 1 inch from the top. Come over to the other side. Come up to the line. Keep cutting. Making those little lines up. Might take you a few seconds. All right. And that's good. And like I said, you could always come back in and make some more. All right. Now we need to put a hole in the top of our earring. And what I'm going to use is a push pin. You could use whatever you like, whatever you have around. But today I'm just going to use the push pin. Make sure when you're putting your hole in, don't come up too far to the tip, all right, because it will end up tearing. And don't come too far down because then the jump ring won't be able to go over the earring and close properly. So right about in the middle, I usually eyeball it. You could take a pencil and put a little line there, and that way, you know, you could just have it evenly. But for this purposes, I think it would be okay for you just to take your push pin. I'm going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. I don't want to come down too far. All right, and just pop it in. Give it a couple good spins so it makes the hole open up a little further so the jump ring will be able to go in there easily. All right, that's good. Put that over to the side. Okay, so you have your hole in your jump ring. All right, now let's put the chain on our feather. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up your chain. Actually, you're going to pick up your 6mm jump ring first because you need to add that to the chain. And you need to make sure that you put your jump ring on your feather earring first. All right, I usually put it in the back, slide it right on in. Might have to push it a little bit. There we are. Okay, so you have it like so. Then you're going to take your chain with the jump ring and you're going to slide it on. You're also going to take your ear wire and put the 4mm on the 6mm jump ring, like so. So you can see that? Take your pliers, do the same as what we've been doing. Come over and let them kiss. And you have one of your earrings completely finished. I'll put that over to the side. All right, let me show you how to do that again. I already cut out my other feather, and I already went ahead and got my chains ready. So what you're going to do is you are going to take your 6 millimeter jump ring, open that up. Make sure you put your jump ring in from the back. Take your chains, slide that on in. Take your earring wire and attach the 4 millimeter to your 6 millimeter jump ring. Close it up. And there you have it. You have your beautiful feather earrings. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned. Try them. It's a lot of fun. You can try different colors, different embellishments, get different charms. I mean, the sky is the limit. And again, it's very simple. I showed you, so now you go ahead and do it yourself. I will list all the materials down below. If you have any questions, just put them there, and I'd be happy to answer them. Also, give me a thumbs up. This is my first video, so I would appreciate that. Also, hit the subscribe button. I'm not going anywhere. There's many more videos to come. So stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for joining me and watching, and have a great day.